guys, and welcome back to Will It Stamp. Welcome to the third installment of Will It Stamp. Today we are going to try random objects that you might have around the house. There's no particular theme. This is sort of like all the things that did not fall into the category beauty or toys that I threw in here. And we're going to start off with these. Oh, you can actually see it on camera. It's so funky. There's two little, hold on, there's two little Orbeez kinds of deals in here. I bought these off of Amazon and they claim to, you know, become a very big size. They were advertising it, you know, being about this big. You know, my hand motion, I'm holding on to the other things on my lap so I can use both of my hands at this point. So what I did was I threw two of them into a bowl of water and waited for, it suggested 30 hours, so a day and 6 hours. It has been a little more now, and there's like a see-through, a transparent one, and a white one. I have made one of these before, a purple one, and I learned very quickly that you have to be very careful because they break apart. That is why I'm keeping them in their natural habitat, if you so will, in the water until right to up to the point where I want to use them later on. So let's move these out of the way. So that's Orbeez. Then I bought this set of squishies. Oh geez. I'm not huge into the whole squishy madness. I like the feeling of squishies, but I don't have anxiety that much that I would, you know, justify using them all that much. But I bought this little set off of Amazon, and there's a bunch of cutesy faces and like food items. There's this little paw print, and I'm just gonna pick one that I'm, you know, willing to sacrifice out of there, and we're gonna stamp with that. Squishies! Then I have these very cute sponges. They're just regular, like, you know, sponges for cleaning like your pots and pans. And they had these cute emoji faces on them, so I thought it'd be funny to throw them in here. And then I have this little guy. He's not little. This is an eraser, and it says for big mistakes, and I thought that would be very fitting, you know, because this whole series is probably one big mistake. So we're gonna try stamping with a giant eraser. Fun! And even if it doesn't work, you know, there's still enough eraser left for me to actually use this, or, you know, put it on my desk at work. Anyways, and then the last item is the one and only food item I'm willing to test this with. I'm not, you know, I don't like wasting food that much. And I don't like, you know, using food items for other purposes than eating or having to throw away food items. So I bought this bag of Rocky Mountain Mega Marshmallows, and I'm willing to sacrifice one, and all of the rest of them will be going into my tummy real soon. Also, quick side note, one of my cats really loves marshmallows. I don't know why, but he does, and he gets into like all of the bags if you don't hide them. So I have to, you know, hide these away in my household because otherwise he will tear apart the wrapper and try eating all of them. Good, so there's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items for today, and I'm gonna set up for stamping, and then we're gonna go ahead and try if any of these guys stamp. Alright, like last time, I'm gonna be stamping on swatch sticks, and I'm gonna be using one of those Yaquin stamping polishes. I chose this purple because it will go, it'll probably go with all of the popstick colors I've chosen for today. Then, first up, we are going to test out these Orbeez dudes, and I've made two, and I hope that I don't break them. I'm gonna start with the white one. They're really delicate once they're like this big, so I'm drying it off as best as I can, hoping not to smush it or break it apart. I think that they break easier if they've been, you know, out of the water for a while. So there's the little Orby dude. And maybe we can get through just with one of them. So I'm gonna zoom in and we're gonna see if this guy stamps. Okay, picking him up, rolling him over. Oops, he's so slimy. No, Nope, it didn't pick up anything, and it's really hard to hold on to him. He wants to go everywhere. Let me try and dry him off a little more. Gently, gently, gently. He's really slimy. And that's the only term I can think of. He's slimy and wants to slide around. Slimy Slimer. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try again using another image, and I'm gonna, you know, press down this time. Not too hard because I don't want to break him. Okay, there's the image. And nah, it doesn't work. It doesn't pick up anything. He's just too slimy for that. Okay, so Orbeez not working other than my fingers being covered in nail polish now. Alright, next up we're gonna sacrifice this little squishy. I chose this one with the panda face because it is kind of round, and I'm hoping that I can do like a rolling motion and get 2 good uses out of this one before, you know, it goes to waste. So I'm gonna show you the squishiness first. Maybe there's like some squishaholics around. This one isn't really squishy. It's just meh, so it's okay that I wasted on this. Okay, good. Let's try one image. I still have the same pop stick here because the Orbeez, what's the singular of Orbeez, didn't want to work. I really had high hopes for the Orbeez. I thought that the material is kind of similar to Stampers, but oh well, I was wrong. Let's see how the squishy does. Okay, Mr. Squishy Panda. Rolling. Ooh, there's something going on. And I'm gonna roll it onto my swatch stick. It's kind of fuzzy and textured, sort of like with a makeup sponge, but with more texture, because this little guy is a little textured. But I'm gonna give it another go with another image to see if he can, you know, repeat that. I'm gonna try the roses next. And get a clean area, rolling. There's our roses, and I'm gonna roll them onto the swatch stick. Okay. Yeah, I transferred, but I think that the first image did give off a better effect. So, squishies, will it stamp? Yes, they stamp. Fuzzily, but they stamp. Okay, next up, the household sponges. I'm gonna take Mr. Angry Face here because I thought, you know, if I'm gonna waste one of these, it could as well be the one with the angry face. I don't know why are you so angry? What is happening, huh? Why are you so angry? Okay, good. I have brought out 2 new swatch sticks. My plate is clean, and I'm also gonna do the same thing as with the squishy, so I'm gonna roll like on this side because I don't want to ruin his pretty angry face. Okay, I'm gonna try this image. Huh, not so much. Well, it did something, but it didn't transfer the image. So maybe I'm gonna try using his angry face after all. Mr. Angry Face. Okay, here we go. Stamping down this time. Not so much. I mean, you could do a little sponge action with this, adding texture, but images, not so much. Nope. Alright, next up, Mr. Giant Eraser. I'm gonna use this and try, you know, pressing down. I hope that this is like flexible enough to move around around the swatch stick. Good. Let's try one of these images down here first. Okay, I think I'll have to press down. This is very awkward, but there's our image. You know what? I'm gonna press the swatch stick onto the image, not the other way around. Maybe I have waited too long now. No! Ooh, look at that! Oh my god! Oh my god, look at that! Will you look at that, please? Ooh, I am liking this. It's working. There's still part of the image left on the stamper, you know, where I didn't pick it up with the swatch stick, but that looks cool. Okay, let's try another image. And maybe use like the other side of the eraser. I'm gonna try the other roses image down here. Okay, and we're gonna... this is so giant. Okay. Oops, and there's our image. And we're gonna roll our swatch stick over it. No, not so much because I didn't press on hard enough in all of the places. But when you press down hard enough, you can kind of get the image. And it does transfer, and it even does transfer like those very fine lines of the image. I am impressed, Mr. Giant Eraser Mistakes guy. Very good. Moving on to the last item. Alright, moving on to Mr. Marshmallow Stamper, basically. I'm gonna try and dust off like the powdered sugar that's on the outside before I start stamping with it so it doesn't mess up the image, maybe, I don't know. Okay. I'm really curious what this does. I'm not gonna start stamping with marshmallows anytime soon, but we're gonna test it today. Okay, let's try this image with the pretty little flowers. Okay, stamper. Huh, fuzzy, but it's there. And apparently I didn't dust off enough of that powdered sugar, because there's like parts of powdered sugar on here. It's really fuzzy. It didn't transfer as well as I thought it might. Okay, one more chance. All of our contestants get 2 chances. And I'm gonna try like one of those negative space images over here. Ooh, now there's powdered sugar on my stamping plate. Okay, got it. Using the other side. Ooh, that's a little better. And I'm trying to align it on my... there. Ooh, and it just wants to stick to it. Nah. All it does is transfer powdered sugar to your pop stick. So the marshmallow, not really. Okay, you guys, let me clean up my giant mess that I've made, and then I'll meet you back for the final verdict. You guys, that was the 3rd installment of Will It Stamp? And what have we learned here today? We have learned that you can actually pretty decently stamp with an eraser, and I thought that was kind of cool, because you might have an eraser around if you don't have a stamper head with you, so that could, you know, substitute for a good stamper. And if you buy a giant eraser like I did here, you can cut off the edge and are ready to go for the next time. And maybe even the image is dry on here, so you can reuse the ends like I did with the makeup sponge. We have also learned that squishies kind of do a good job at stamping. Maybe if you can get one that doesn't have as much texture as this one has, you could even get a nicer transfer. We have also learned that marshmallow real marshmallows don't equal marshmallow stampers, and that they will leave a lot of sugar on your nails. And I'm not talking sugar glitter, I'm just talking straight up sugar. And I was very, very disappointed with you guys, Orbeez. Why? Why are you not working? I thought for sure that this stuff would be able to pick up like images like a real silicone stamper head does. So I'm really disappointed with those. So that's the third installment of this craziness. I have a I have a fourth episode in the making. I'm gonna film that right afterwards and put it out like in a week or so. Yeah, and if you have other ideas of random items to try out for Will It Stamp, I will gladly do another round of this craziness. It's kind of fun, even though again the smells of these things are giving me the headaches. Especially like the mixture between polish and marshmallow is not agreeing with me too much today. And yeah, if you thought this video was funny and helpful and informative in a way, leave it a like. Also subscribe if you want to see more of this craziness and see the next episode of Will It Stamp. And yeah, thanks again for watching, you guys, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!